Hi, Sam Torpor, Sound of Joy Music Services, and this is the video number 2 that we're doing. Unfortunately, the first video, our sound or our Cordy app stopped working. So we can make this one quicker because I did make that video too long. Viewer requests for the song All Because of Jesus, an Andre Crouch song from my era, but not one that I learned, but because I've learned so many of Andre Crouch's songs, the chords are familiar. Song is in the key of E flat, and as always, we have you do the E flat major scale before you warm up to play. Why? So that you can hear every potential note that may form a melody line or a chord, and it's good muscle memory exercise. So the song, for those who talk to the number system, to learn the number system, I never learned the number system, but I do talk to it for those who are number system users. So you've got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and recycle it back to the 1. I call it octave 8 if you continue going up. So this song is built on the number system plus. By plus, they were adding seventh chords, some diminished chords, and some minor chords to give you a different tone to the basic generic chord. So you're going to be when the song first starts off, there is an opening. They start in the 5, the 1, generic chords, to the 4, to the flat 7, to the 5, to the 1. And they have some movement in there. Now, so baseline, what you want is these baseline chords so that when you listen to the song to learn it, you can hear how they rhythmically add chords to it. And we're going to we're going to air some of the video from the music that you're looking at, just so you can hear what I mean by they add rhythmic notes to the baseline chords. Here we go. So we're going to stop right there. Now, I never know the viewer's skill set. So I always try to picture these chords to a beginner. To me, a beginner is anywhere between 5 and 10 years of playing the piano to intermediate. That is 5 to 15 years of playing, which means I don't have to tell you the name of a chord, but I do allow the Chordy app, which is why I had to make sure it was working for those who do need to hear to see the chord visibly to help get them in place. But when you're learning from songs, from especially a gospel song, it's got a lot of rhythmic movement from the piano. Today's songs that you're hearing now, everything is sort of long and drawn out. Gospel music borrows from the jazz world, which means a lot of movement. So if you haven't learned how to bounce, then you're going to have difficulty understanding the concept. Bouncing, or you can hold chords until you get there. And let's listen a little more. All right, so let me slow that down. all because of Jesus, all because of Jesus, all because of Jesus. We are glad. I think here's a cadence. Resolve on the 5. Melody walk or scale walk up. All because in the 5. Now you can go to the 3 or to the 1. They all fit. But from the 3, go up to the 4, all because of to the flat 7. Jesus. Done lost the melody. Either one is good, or again, this is da 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 da. Kind of like a half drop 2, or drop 2. Drop 2 again. We do cover this on the channel. There's your full chord. If you drop the second note down a step, that's drop 2. All right, let's listen some more. Let me see. And again, I give enough of a breakdown so that the viewer will go back to the video like I am and learn all the nuances, but I'm letting you know where they are found. They are found within the context of the scale. All these chords are in the scale, except for the ones that take you to the flat 7. And you're going to find one chord is going to take us to a minor scale. So that's the opening part right there. You can go back over the video and see the placement of the chords. Let's go to the next change. And that's where the next change comes. And these change by change patterns, scenes. Right now, that was the original scene. All because Jesus, all because of Jesus. We are all because of Jesus. We are glad. This is all a scene. Because of Jesus, all because of Jesus. We are. That's scene 1. Now scene 2. This is scene 2 of chords. This is not your traditional gospel now. This is the era where you can go and borrow different tones. Let's listen to it. So now I cannot stay in these chords on the video because I'm going to get a copyright strike. So for the YouTube algorithm, fair use, this is I'm transforming another person's recordings. Since I can remember the lyrics. Very basic. There's a drop 2. You can turn on this chord 5, 1, 4, flat 7, 1, 5, flat 5, 4, 7, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 4. All these are different passing tones, progressions to get to the same place. 2, 5, flat 5, 4, flat 7, 1. Very basic to get that chord. 6th chord. Let's play with it a little bit. So it comes out of it. Right back to the beginning. Okay, next part, I believe, is the key change. Now, the key change happens very quickly. I often call it, I have my own terms for how you can get to a key change. You can go so many different directions. This song, you're in E flat. Let me see. All because of Jesus, all because of Jesus. We are here. Da, 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 da. All because of Jesus. You are here. Now from here, they're going to go to a C7th. Remember, these notes are all close. This all is one change. All because of, and your chords will go right there. So let's go to where that change happens. Let's see if I can catch it. A little bit further ahead. Now, what you heard is we are healed. They give you a passing tone. So that's all it is. But they, again, musically, you can do this when you're the producer. So from E flat, we are. Same chords, all because of Jesus, all because of, all because of Jesus, we are healed. Again, the scales are your best friends when you're learning a song. Let's continue with the recording. So the chords are the same. You're just changing the keys. But again, based upon the skill level of the viewer, I'm assuming, that's a big word to use sometimes, that you are familiar with all of your scales and the generic chords that are assigned to them. All because of Jesus, all because of Jesus, all because of Jesus, we are. All these chords, minor, the big chords, and that you have the dexterity to move both hands at the same time. Now it's the same thing. Here it is. But now they do a change. This is now scene. You see, key change was scene 3. Now we're up to the new changes for these verse chords in scene 4, chord wise. Okay, so we've got the we are, key change, here, healed. All because of Jesus, all because of Jesus, we are. Now, it could be a diminished chord or could be a half diminished chord. I always got to look to see what chord the app calls it so that I don't talk out of turn. We are. There's my diminished chord. So if I take off a note, so let's hear what's happening from this point. I give you so many different variations of a chord to use. Let's go back and listen. So now we get into our fifth pattern. See how this one note, this is why scales are so important, because you can hang on one note, but have access to all of these notes. All can happen beneath this one note. And let's listen to what they're doing. You can build chords from the vocals also. That also gives you an idea where their chords are coming from. And then the soprano is going to come in. Then they're going to go higher. But it all started right here. And once you get comfortable with the pattern, you can now, as a musician, improv. And let's see where they're going to end with this. Okay, so that's enough of that. Again, I got to be careful. Of course, YouTube does not like it when I have other music airing on my channel. I can't speak for the other content creators. So when you come out of this one, you're going to be come out over here. We or there we go. The gospel walk up. Let's see where that is. It's right here. So we got them. That's where your vocals are. So that helps you build your chords. We are. Is it he? Healed. That is the gospel walker. Again, skill sets are important for these type of songs because they are borrowing from every genre to get a song across. Let's go back a little bit and then we're done. Okay, I can hear the chords. I can hear that note. We are. That flat 7 on the C, which happens to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Scale's important. That should be the finishing chord. So we got the 1. That's the chord after that one. Continue. The 4. The 1. All right, and that is the entire breakdown of All Because of Jesus. Viewer requested, Samtober Sound of Joy Music Services, the musician's friend. As always, if you like these videos, please comment, put a like on it, become a subscriber if you're not a subscriber, and of course, share us with all the musician friends that you know, not just around your local area, but on YouTube also. We need subscribers, we need viewers. We're sort of getting a little bit behind on our count. So help out a brother that's been out here since 2006 helping musicians become the best version of themselves. Take care. In case you forgot, though, don't forget to